To summarize our discussion, how are absolute dating and relative dating related to the geologic timescale? And I think you can imagine that both geological methods of dating have been used in order to organize our geologic timescale, and it's still being used today as we discover more about the history of our planet. So the divisions of time, the eons, eras, periods, epochs, and ages that we have discussed have been organized because we have these dating methods. So with these dating methods, we were able to have like a comprehensive idea of what had happened before human beings existed. Okay, so nowadays, as I said, it's still being used. So if, for example, you found a fossil and you came up with a conclusion of its time of origin, then you have to show in your paper that you used both absolute and relative dating in establishing your conclusion. Because even if like absolute dating may have its advantages, relative dating should still support your conclusion. So changes in the composition of strata has also been used as relative dating. So this has been used to identify major geological or paleontological events. So mass extinction, ice ages, geological disasters, and absolute age of rock materials. So absolute dating is well and good, but with the relative dating, that techniques of relative dating, we were able to identify major events in our history. So even if it's not that precise, at least it revealed a lot already about our history of our planet. Okay, so last geologic method that we will be discussing for this module is index fossil. So index fossils are like a guide sheet or a cheat sheet. So guide, indicator, or zone. Okay, so when we're talking about index fossils, these, when we say index, it's like a table of contents, or yeah, like guide for our geologists. So for example, a geologist is digging through an unknown rock strata, and he comes across a here Dictyoclostus americanus. So he finds this species here in the rock itself. So meaning that particular rock layer is from the Pennsylvanian period during the Paleozoic era, because this species was only present during that time. So because we already know so much about the history of our planet, we can create this cheat sheet, so to speak. So a cheat sheet which can give you an indication of the age of rock layers already. So for example, in another rock layer, there is a Nerinea trinodosa. So automatically, that's from the Jurassic period during the Mesozoic era. Okay. So again, we have your Paradoxides pinus. So that is automatically from the Cambrian and the Paleozoic era. So these organisms, the best index fossils must be common. So not in terms of worldwide, but at least continent. So it's common in the Asian, African, or American continents. Easy to identify and have broad distribution. So again, wide range. So for example, if you're digging at the Asian continent, then you have a particular set of index fossils. And it might be different to the index fossils located in the Americas, since these are different locations, different types of organisms are present there. So for example, here you have 4 locations. 1, 2, 3, 4. And there are different rock layers present, and you want to compare the 4 locations. Using index fossils will help you make a comparison already. So let's say that there are 4 time periods. You have time period A, B, C, and D. So for example, here you can use this trilobite. So since this trilobite is located here, you can easily say that the time of the formation of this rock layer is the same as this, and this in different locations, since you're using your trilobite as an index fossil. And it's a good index fossil because it's only present in that particular time period. This bivalve or this shell is a bad use or a bad index fossil because it's located in different or lived through different time periods. So you can't use that as a guide. This cone shell, like a univalve, is also a bad index fossil because it was present in different time periods. So you can't use that. This, however, is also a good index fossil because this ammonite is only present during here time period C. So you can use that. So for example, if you have another location 5, then you find that ammonite, then you can say, oh, so this rock layer was formed at the same time as these rock layers. Okay, so ammonites are widely used as index fossils because they have been an abundant species and they can be easily identified. That's it for our last module in Earth Science. We have discussed the principles behind the stratifications of rocks, the different methods, the relative and absolute dating, related them to the geologic timescale, and we also discussed the relevance of index fossils. So I hope our discussion made you more curious and about our history of the planet, and also like understood how our geologists gave an estimate of time in terms of the age of our planet and our rock strata and the fossils they have found in the past. So that's all. If you have any questions, suggestions, comments, insights, you can message me through Microsoft Teams or Messenger. That's all. Stay safe. Bye.